Hello students, welcome back to my channel. This video for the students of class 3B, and our subject is science. On the previous day we have discussed about the birds, and the topic was common Indian birds and body parts of a bird. Today we will discuss about beaks and different kinds of beaks with birds. So let's start. So first of all, we have to know what is beak. We are the human beings. We do have teeth, but the birds, they don't have any teeth. Instead of this teeth, they have beaks. So another name of beak is bill or rostrum, right? We use our teeth to break down the foods into smaller pieces. So in that same manner, birds uses its beak to catch and eat food, right? Birds birds use its beak to catch and eat food, right? They also use it to feed their young ones and build nests. Okay, so beaks help birds to clean and smoothen their feathers too. So this is called preening. Now you have to know what is preening. So this is an important word. What is preening? Preening is the beaks help birds to clean and smoothen their feathers. This is called preening. Clear? So all birds don't eat the same kind of food. For example, some birds, suppose sparrow, pigeon, they used to eat grains, fruit, seeds, etc. And the vulture, crow, eagle, they used to eat flesh, insects, etc. Therefore they have different kinds of beaks to suit the type of food they eat. Clear? Now we are going to discuss about different kinds of beaks. Now you have to know, first of all, first one, strong, short and hard beaks. Strong, short and hard beaks. So you have to know what are the birds that they have these kinds of beaks. So in this picture it is shown that pigeon, sparrows, they have this kind of beaks, strong, short and hard beaks. Why do they have this kind of beaks? Because they because uh, these beaks help them to bite and crack open the nuts and seeds. This kind of beaks are very strong. They do this to make their food soft before eating. So sparrow and pigeon have crushing beak, or you can say strong, short and hard beaks uh, for crushing seeds, grains to make it soft before eating. Right? Now the second part: strong, sharp and hooked beaks. So what are the birds that they have these kinds of beaks? Vulture, hawks, eagle's beak, right? So flesh eating birds, they are called birds of prey. They are called also birds of prey. Okay? Because beaks of such birds help them to catch and kill their prey and tear the flesh into small pieces. So they are called birds of prey. Right? Now the next one: strong and sizzle shaped beaks. Strong and sizzle shaped beaks. Birds like woodpecker, hoopoe have strong, long and sizzle shaped beaks. Right? Their beaks help them to make holes in the hard trunk of trees. Okay? It helps them to make holes in the hard trunk of trees. And another feature, to pull out insects, their food also, from there to eat. So what are the birds? They have this kind of beaks. Woodpecker, hoopoe, they have this kind of beaks to make holes in a tree and to pull out insects from there to eat. They have long and straight beak to peck the wood and eat insects present in the wood. Now the next part: curved beaks. I think you have seen uh, parrot and parrots, cockatoo, those who have strong curved beaks. Their beaks helps them to break nuts, seeds and fruits. Okay, so crack open seeds, nuts that have hard outer shell and eat them pulp of fruit. Parrots also use their beaks to climb trees. Parrots, cockatoos, they also use their beaks to climb trees. And Why they have this kind of beaks? Their beaks help them to crack open nuts, open seeds that have hard outer cells. Okay, and they eat the pulp of fruit. Now, the next part, broad and short beaks. What are the birds? Those who have this kind of beaks. A swallow has a small and broad beak. It catches flies while flying. Because this kind of birds, uh, whose beaks, which are sticky from inside, sticky, right? So their beaks are very sticky. So swallow keep their um, beak open while flying to catch small insects, flies from the air. The tiny flying insects get stuck to the swallow's beak and the bird gulps them down, right? So they used to hunt this kind of insects in this way. So the tiny flying insects get stuck to the swallow's beak because their beak is very sticky. So what are the can you tell me the name of this bird? Swallow. Okay, swallow. Now the next, fifth one, long and pointed beaks. Who have long and pointed beaks? Name of the birds: hummingbirds, sunbirds. They have this kind of beaks. They have thin, long, and pointed beaks. If you see, if you look at this picture, you can see this is a long beak, and the beaks are very pointed beaks. Okay, hummingbirds, very small birds. Their beaks help them to suck nectar from flowers. Birds like heron and kingfisher also have long and pointed beaks to pick up fish from the water. Okay, so another name, who has long and pointed beaks: kingfisher, heron. Those who have long and pointed beaks to pick up fish from water. And the last part, that is broad and flat beaks. Birds like ducks, goose, cranes, they have broad and flat beaks. Broad and flat beaks. If you see, this is a flat beaks. This is broad and flat beaks. Goose, they have small tiny holes. So on both sides, these birds take in muddy water containing insects, worms, and small water plants. They take in muddy water containing insects, plants, and small water plants and worms. The muddy water flows out through these holes. These holes. Muddy water flows out through these holes, leaving the plants and insects inside the beak. And they will take in the insects. Uh, they takes in the insects, plants, worms inside the uh, uh, inside the beak. So that's all for today, and the next day we will discuss the next part and the next feature and next characteristics of bird, and feet and claws, right? So go through this topic, that is the beaks, different kinds of beaks, and try to remember their names of the bird, those who have these kinds of beaks. Try to remember. Okay, so thank you, see you on the next video.